I'll share that go back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have any time you could do it.
Really, man, really. You can start, man. In the meanwhile.
Alright. Alright, so first off, I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Yahushai. So the honor to the apostles and elders of the stone, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways, pushing this word out sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps, shalom. And Jamaica, Kingston, or Kingston, Jamaica. And one more Saturday, pushing the words of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, pushing the names of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai. And bringing out the prophecies, bringing out the wisdom of the scriptures, all through Marsham, Rakaf, and Dash, which basically in the name of the Holy Spirit. Because when we speak, it is not of ourselves. All these precepts that we do out and the understanding that we do out, all those are actually from the Most High Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? Now, Zach, quick thing of plan. Only precept I'm telling you all about Galatians 1 and about verse 10. Let's say we get taught of Yahweh Shai, and somebody get in a Romans, we say where the oracles of the Most High. Let's start this for instance.
Is that a verse, Galatians 1 verse 10?
Galatians.
Yeah?
Galatians.
Yeah, verse 1 verse 10.
Yeah, I just say Slack, verse. Yeah, start at 9. Sorry, start at 9.
Okay.
I have all the way to 12.
Alright, Galatians 1 verse 9. As we said before, so say I know again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, that him be accursed.
Exactly. So the key point is saying any other gospel, right? There's only one doctrine, one spirit, one baptism. That's what we have. So we can have more than one doctrine of, all the information we have come out to the spirit. If we basically preach Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, anyone else all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Yahushai, that's supposed to say the same thing. Because it's only Yahweh is one God. Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son, right? And the Holy Spirit is one. Holy Spirit is another one camp of the Holy Spirit, have one Holy Spirit over there, and then a next camp or next one have a different Holy Spirit over there. Everything is supposed to be based on one spirit because all of it come from one power, right? Which is Yahweh Shai. Continue up. Yeah, Connor after one song I sing. One.
Verse 10. For do I now persuade men, or Yahweh, or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Yahushai.
Exactly. So the thing about it is preaching this doctrine is not about catering to people's emotion or trying to sound fancy to get a name onto yourself. And also when you as a listener hear certain doctrine, you're supposed to actually try the spirit, and that's how you can get that as well in the meantime. Just hold it. You're supposed to listen to whosoever say them are coming at the name of the Lord. Listen to the doctrine and them are push. You can't just hear somebody put up something and just run with it. Because as you say, you have so many appreciate men and someone who in this way don't give glory, and someone who just preach heresy altogether. Right? Go on up.
Verse 7. But I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not of a man. For I neither received it of man, neither was I taught it, but by revelation of Yahushua Mashiach.
Exactly. So the thing about it is we were not taught by men, right? We were taught of the Holy Spirit, right? We were taught of the Holy Spirit, which is of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? So it's one doctrine. right? And as I say, according to this doctrine, right? So you can't have one group and say, oh, this is the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, and then our next group I say, oh, it's Christianity or something like this sort, right? If you preach the most, it has to be one doctrine. And mainly when I said this according to this word, it has to be by precepts. When I do a breakdown, we're not coming at the name of the Lord, you have to come in at his words. You have to come saying, just say Yahweh. You have to read the precept as his and read the precept as his. You have to do what the Lord said. Don't add your twist to it. Don't take away nothing from it. As in regards to the in regards to the uh,
I have a couple precepts here, bro.
I have a quick one.
all right, go on.
Well, okay, a quick one. So, okay, it's Ephesians 4, 5 verse 4 verse 4. There is one body, one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God, one Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all.
Exactly. So it's one. It's definitely one. Right? So I say when you don't add anything from it and you don't take away anything from it. Because a lot of people, even with the quote unquote real doctrine, the reason why certain camps or certain men try twist it and bring it certain because they might try go from a westernized standpoint. They now look for the scripture and examine it for what it is. It's not about whether or not to put it in practice at this time, but it's to say, oh, what does the Bible say about this particular topic? Because when them try to say, oh, James that will do this and James that will do that. Nobody now telling about to do anything. You just say, according to the scripture, if a situation like this, not only with the quote unquote real doctrine, but just overall, whatever the situation is. The scripture say about this particular situation, or the scripture say about that particular situation, right? It's just one main thing, right? So you can't take or add from it or try as far as do I get persuade men? No, this is not about persuading men. It's about putting out the judgment that the Lord said will put towards certain things. And then all that have to come through one thing, one spirit, right? Go on, Zach.
Not Larry. So it says, First Peter chapter 4, verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracle of Yahweh. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahweh giveth. That Yahweh.
Exactly. And that are the thing. The most I give certain man certain portion or certain majority faith. If the most I give you a spirit faith, if you can see how the spirit point to certain things in regards to like conduct. Yeah, you have to know other aspects of the scripture, but if that's your portion, beside if your main thing you can get in on the prophecies in a certain way. Well, all the scriptures are prophecy, but bring out the prophecies. If it's in regards to faith, bring out faith. Whatever portion the spirit give you, do it accordingly. If you can only break them to a certain point, stay within a lane. Right? Don't try to go fancy, don't try to go big. Stay within whatever portion the Lord give you. Right? So read what that again up.
Done. Says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahweh giveth. That Yahweh in all things.
If you study only know one precept, break down the one precept. Go in at every word, go in every line, make sure you understand.
Hey, the precept in Ephesians, down little, just a verse down. Let me just read it. It say, but unto every one of us is given a grace according to the measure of the gift of Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
Just to add to it, let's say earlier. Sustain a lane. If your give your measure of gift is such amount, then stay in a lane and do that. If that a year lane, stay in a year and do that. Man.
Yeah, because the most have an increase in your lane. You see me? Because every man go one day like everybody go on the same lane, nobody go at the same pace. I know give them front and time, everybody have the same amount of knowledge or same amount of wisdom. So as the scripture said, stay in your lane. Continue now.
God says that Yahweh in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shai Mashiach, to whom he praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
Exactly, and so you're able to actually grow bold in the spirit. Because at least you're confident in that which is your portion. You see me? And I said the Lord take it time and increase you and say you're growing in that state. While if you try to go outside of this scope, that's when you start get nervous, that's when you start mess up, that's when you start get uncomfortable because you reach, you overreach.
Mhm.
So that's where the problem come in. And the thing about it, even when some men overreach, they don't have the humility to say, look here, all right, my body, I repent of that. Especially when them get caught up on it, them prepare to hold fast to it, even if it don't make any sense, or even if it's proven not to make any sense. Right? You have
Yeah,
something that,
yeah, quick one. This is First Corinthians 12, starting at verse 27. It says, "Now ye are the body of Hamashiach, and members in particular. And Yahweh had set some in the church, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healing, health, governments, diversities of tongues. Are all apostles? Are all prophets? Are all teachers? Are all workers of miracles? Have all the gift of healing? Do all speak with tongues? Do all interpret? But covet earnestly the best gifts, and yet shew I unto you a more excellent way."
exactly. So everybody have them own measure thing. Now get prove all things. Because these are the thing, right? And this is for this as a matter of fact, this is for everybody because one of the things in the truth is brothers learn from brothers. We firstly we learn from our apostles and elders of the school, from Apostle Paul coming down, and also other men in the faith, the spirit upon them just as well, they bring us some lessons to take it in, and also for those who, just learn this thing and basically are growing in the spirit. This is something we're supposed to take heed to. And even the apostles them encourage, right?
Ready?
Yeah, man.
This is First Thessalonians 5 and verse 21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
It's a prove all things, hold fast to that which is good. So when you prove it, you're gonna know whether or not it's good. So not everything will come your way necessarily good. Just like when we had our research or we might have watched a movie or or go through some information, we can tell which part it might be a one good article, but as a very well say, pick the meat from the bone. Because unless they are read directly from the scriptures, 10 chances to one, whatever information I dig up, it I gonna have some form of error in it at some point. Hold on, let me fix it up. And even with the BLB, when I look up the definition then, some of the definition them lean towards Christian dogma, right? So if you don't know the doctrine certain way, you will apply the wrong definition onto the precept, right? So as the scripture say, you have to prove all things. Same so when I watch the apostles and video, when I watch a brothers and video, the apostles them say, look here, don't take our word for it. Look it up. And some apostles come up and tell them, so he will say a word and say, no what? You guys know what that word mean? And he says, no matter what, go ahead and look it up. He could have simply tell you what it means, but from the apostles are going on, them always encourage you. Look up things, research the information, don't take the word for it. Hold on there. And the same thing when I listen to brothers' videos, same thing when I take information, sift the fish from the bone, prove it, hold on to that which is good. So don't run with everything and before one of the things before you precept, get try the spirit talk. Because that's how you prove all things. And that's how you be able to hold on to that which is good.
So I praise the. Oh, yeah, oh, sorry.
Let
Ready
me
here.
start the spirit now.
Yeah, try the spirit.
All right, this is First John 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
Exactly, brother. I have a man that say apostle them break down manna as mushroom mind, psychedelic mushroom mind. You see me? Man, I said the apostles them say that. From here that me know that a total madness, brother. Right? And here they have men from the comment board that say, oh yes, it makes sense. But never look up the information for themselves online and then just jump and say, oh yes, it makes sense.
Hey, the funny thing, when we hear the story, we never sure who it come from. And in reading in my mind, it's me say mushroom. You cannot describe it nothing like that. You see me? I mean, still,
Exactly.
that makes sense to me. We don't know who it come from, but we still can accept it because it makes sense. If the scripture describes something like mushroom, no, then I say it's possible, but not mushroom really.
Well, but, why psychology say that the most of the world children of Israel walk around in the wilderness first?
Hey,
Because it's the time to war and things like that.
not only that, remember you have children, like little picnics with babies.
Yeah, can.
See that most I go baby or little picnic eat psychedelic mushrooms in the wilderness.
See, so that's what I think. Try the spirits, read it again, huh?
First John 4, verse 1. Beloved, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
Exactly. You have to try the spirit, so you have to sit because to line up with the doctrine. You really, brother, we know the most time, my youth. The scripture said the most is at the order of confusion. Why the most of Israel are coming out fast and selling at the wilderness? For what? It tells us the scripture say, oh, the most I feed them manna from heaven for 40 years. For 40 years, Israel are coming in the wilderness fast as hell. But you see, that the thing we are talking about. And the scripture says, oh, many false prophets are already gone into the world. Right? So this is why it is important to prove all things, and this is what so two things. As a teacher, it's funny. Me know now I'm supporting precepts like I'm blessed and roll with the spirit. Give me Romans where say if you are a teacher, teach not thyself. I think of Romans 3 there. At first you have to teach yourself, and you have to ensure that you bring out what the precept I said. As a listener, regardless of who a teacher, look it up. And we can hold in Act 17 and tell about the church of Berea as well.
Brother of dogs.
Yeah, they have waxed already. I think.
Yes, sir.
No, so somebody have waxed already?
Mother.
Go on.
I want to know. Oh, Romans 2:20.
Yeah. So, okay, go on, go ahead.
Right. This is Romans chapter 2, and let's start at verse 17. Isaiah 17. He said, behold, thou art called a Jew, and restest in the law, and makest thy boast of the Most High, and knowest his will, and approvest the things that are more excellent, being instructed out of the law, and art confident that thou thyself art a guide of the blind, a light of them which are in darkness, and
Exactly. So when I speak as an oracle, them they are the responsibility we are take up. We are take up the responsibility of speaking of an oracle of the Most High to guide the blind. Which you know, at this time only a third. You know, I go actually only the elect are gonna receive it on this time, but nonetheless it's still a responsibility. That could have one person, right? And even for those that are condemned as well, isn't it? It ensure it imperative that I give them the right information, if them reject it, it depend on them own head, right? So that is a responsibility to be a guide unto the blind. That we ensure that the information is accurate. Go on.
verse 20, an instructor of the foolish and teacher of babes, which has the form of knowledge and of the truth in the law. Thou therefore which teachest another, Teachest thou not thyself, thou that preachest a man should not steal, doest thou steal? Thou that sayest a man should not commit adultery, doest thou commit adultery? Thou that abhorrest idols, doest thou commit sacrilege?
Exactly. So that's the point. You have to first teach yourself. So as a teacher, the first thing you do, you teach yourself, ensure that the information is accurate, right? Now, in regards to the listener, your job is to prove and try the spirit. Do know the accent. Shamar have the accent. I'm making it out.
Correct.
Man.
Alright, this is Acts 17. You can start at 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so.
Exactly. And when I look up the word search here in the scripture, I tell you to investigate, to scrutinize, to examine, to question. So then basically search the scripture just to compare and like them and say, oh, Paul and be unrighteous, because scripture just say oh, they receive the information readily, without readiness of mind. So I don't like them to try to discredit Paul them, right? When we say oh, to search the scripture, like we say, oh, don't listen to the apostles or try, like we try, or like the apostles them try discredit themselves. But this truth, every man of them you have to understand this information for yourself. Because someone tell you, means say, oh, you just suck it up, you look it up for yourself. The scripture even describe them as what? As noble, right? Because it's a noble thing to do to ensure that look, the ground we stand upon is firm ground, right? When you have a scripture say, put not trust in man, right? So yeah, they are men of the Lord, but as the scripture say, oh, you are trust the spirit. That's why you go ahead and research it, right? So the supporting precepts them, you all they have one, yeah, shall take you on afterwards, eh? Oh. No, I say, you all have one and then I'll take the scripture we say afterwards.
No man, you got already.
Oh, all right.
Pertaining to the man, but continues.
No, no one.
After you all, you all can go through. This is
2 Timothy 2, verse 13. If we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. Of these things, put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord, that they strive not about word to no profit, but to the subverting of the hearers. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
exactly, right? So you have to study to show yourself approved. You have to basically get in, look at the word study, go back to the word labor. You know, now that when the fruits, the fruits are the quality of your fruits tend to the quality of your labor. That's why my cousin always say, stop, stop the word because the value more when you hear with themselves. I mean, you're looking for stick, or you get a better understanding of what them say. Fine. Now, go on.
That please, everyone. Everyone, it's a Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek all the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of great sentences, and be conversant in dark parables.
Exactly. We're speaking basically on labor, No, and also the thing with labor is also major part of labor is also staying in the lane because as the speaker says, seek at the things that are too high for thee. So there's a balance. The scripture also say how much study is a weariness of mind. And because of that case, my brother with the whole mushroom thing. You just find one book where one either might be based on like about the mushroom thing. And just run with it. You know, and it just I would say, oh, there are things where if you really look on the scripture and say, oh, the scripture describe the thing, it never makes sense, right? A simple Google search will fix the problem. A simple definition. As a matter of fact, just revisiting the scripture and see what the description say could have solved the issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Precept. Exodus 16:21, talking about the manna. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. Ask yourself if mushrooms melt during the day. It doesn't. The scripture said the manna melted in the day. So that means the manna have to be different from the mushroom.
What? This is Joshua 1 verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Exactly. So that is what it all boils down to, proving things out. Hey, the scripture, one of the parables them call the most I them send out husbandmen. Hey, this doing this word is like farming. Hey, as a matter of fact, we can get this for the parable. What we say, yeah, right. We
Yeah.
have farmer do. A farmer have to till up the ground, take out the weed, you know, make the road and plant the seed and all them something. It take work. And the same thing with the mind, you have to, the same thing with information. When I look up, when I say I got to dig up some information, and I really have to mold the mind because really and truly it's a reprogram your family. You have to take out the bad weeds them out your mind, the knowledge them are the ways where they have before we don't line up with the scripture. Them they have to get thrown out. The thing with this video is that our until the kingdom come, you're not gonna stop farming, you're not gonna stop dig up, you're not gonna stop plant. Some of the crops them we plant from before we yield certain fruits. Some of them that would root out and throw away and start again. It's just a never ending process. So as spiritual farmers, it takes labor. It really takes a lot of labor to go into this and ensure that everything is planted properly. That is why when them consider certain topics or ideas, they call them concepts. When you look at the word concept, one of the words we go to is to conceive, to hold in. So the information I see when I basically understand a concept, basically I conceive the concept, you hold it in. And then when I actually make it work to your benefit, you basically put it out, which is basically the truth. So it's all spiritual, right? Well, yeah, man.
This is First Timothy chapter 4 and verse 12. Alright, it said, let no one despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in the word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, which with the laying of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them, that thy property may appear to all. Take heed to thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Exactly. Because when a whole part for all those things, the doctrine, and the conduct and everything, say that their property may appear unto all. Because, hey, believe it, you can see when certain brothers are studying, you can see when the spirit of certain brothers, when you see them bring out certain lessons and things that nature. Them there are things you can actually see. Right? Not to say a brother do them things that will be seen of men, but it will appear. Right? It will show naturally. Right? And then when I go down and once I produce good doc, or once I go according to the doctrine, then we hear it, that I work unto for them salvation as well. The most I open them ears to understand it. So you work out your salvation in fear and trembling based on the fact that you are labor and the ministry. And those who have received it in our sincerity and truth, it will lead unto their salvation as well. So that's why the scripture says that thou might save thyself and them that hear thee. So it all starts with yourself and going forward. That's something.
All right, Ecclesiastes 33, verse 17. Consider that I labor not for myself only, but for all them that seek learning.
God.
See?
So that's
Another one as well.
hold on. So that's
Ecclesiastes,
the thing. Hold on. So make a bring on in regards to that precept there, it makes perfect sense because that's the most I said to people to look, feed my flock, right? So so getting the information is not solely about only it's not only about you. That is why accuracy is important, right? Because you feed them when need learning as well. So the flock,
Hey, you know, you gotta feed if you don't have anything to feed them.
right?
So you have to, in order for you to feed, you have to feed. I mean, what is the feed? The words. The words of David Father. Yahweh was all about that, man, when he did it on earth. Just going around feeding flocks. You know, he left that example unto us, man. And as Apostle Gabar bring out, you know, it was spiritual um, when the Lord born in the him born. See? And when you look at when you say the word manger, the manger is a feeding trough. Alright, and he was born there, which was symbolic that you know he was going to be that feed. That is where you're gonna feed from. You won't be the one where you feed from. See? And when we have him, then we feed others. That's why scripture say that he I think you read it earlier. So you can teach others.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
I'm reading again.
Yeah, you can read it again.
All right, Ecclesiastes 33, verse 17. Consider that I labor not for myself only, but for all them that seek learning.
Right. So you have men who are seek learning and your duty is to feed them. You know, to build them up in the spirit and power of Shai. See? It's just a precept we quote earlier say to Peter, say, Lord, feed my flock. That's what he might tell you to do that. And he was doing that, he left us that example. So, you know, that's our duty. Now, just a quick precept. This is Isaiah 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. You know, no one of these shall fail. All right, none shall want their meat, for my mouth it hath commanded, and the spirit it hath gathered them. So even when you look on like you mentioned the manna earlier, see, what is the manna? The spiritual manna. That's Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Yeah, in the wilderness, when the children of Israel did eat, because him said, I think you can get it in John. I think I know John.
Yeah, John 6.
Yeah, you can get it. And then the precept, read the precept. Somebody else can get the one and say, "Your man shall not live by bread alone."
What about the Old Testament or the New Testament?
Give me from the Old Testament because it's from the New Testament. Give me from the New Testament because you know the old. This one show say, hey, just read from the New Testament.
Right.
All right, you want it?
Yeah.
All right, so this is Matthew chapter 4 and verse and verse 4. It said, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh.
Hey, and that goes to show you that also the Heavenly Father was actually quoting the Old Testament. So that show you also that the Old Testament, then you know like how you have what them call them
The Old Testament people like that about.
yeah, the Old Testament people they believe in the New Testament. But Yahushua was all of what Yahushua came and do was a fulfillment of what was written.
Him say,
Him say, and if you read, if especially when you read Matthew, man, it tells us, yo, even when him say, even when him are baptized, and John said, John forbid him. He said, no, for it become us to fulfill all things. And from that, from even before that, and along with that journey they're going for, everything we do, you have a priest there where we say, all right, this get written in the Old Testament. But you know what? Back to the point. He said, "Your man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Father," which is a symbolic. What is the word? The word is Yahushua. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with. So Yahushua is the word. The manna was that physical manna, which is a representation of Yahushua, man. So if you can read the one in John, no, in I think it's John 6.
Okay, me have it, man.
Yeah.
All right, go.
This is John 6, verse verse 30. Me after verse 30, it says, they said therefore unto him, what sign showest thou then, that we may see and believe thee? What dost thou work? Our fathers did eat manna in the desert, as it is written, he gave them bread from heaven to eat. Then Yahweh said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of God is he which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world.
Right. Yeah, and that manna that with that the people eat in the wilderness, it was of substance.
Now I will continue, don't worry yourself.
Yes, sir.
Verse um verse 34 says, then said they unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. And Yahweh said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. But they said unto you, but I said unto you, but I said unto you that you also have seen me and believe not.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in. Wait.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go on.
Um,
Stuck on room stuff.
hold on.
Just I think because the brother, the elder brother Pashai, him bring him, going on the word. Yeah, just look as the brother did go in earlier, man. Just a little research. The brother do a video earlier. Just a little research, go far away. They just look up the word, and the word manna mean what is it? you
Yeah.
know, that's what it means. It just mean what is it? Because that's the question that they were asking. What is and that is actually the strangeness of Yahushai. When Yahushai came in, he was Yahushai. He was a mystery man. See, a lot of people never understand, and that's why a lot of people stumble at him, man, because they never understand him. All right, he's that mystery man, and that the same thing the man was. People, it was a mystery to what is it, and if it is a thing that is so scarce, what is it?
And you know the thing about it is that the boss can identify say a mushroom then
So can identify it here.
identify.
Gone.
That some can them could easily identify say it is they not have to question it and right. And I like mushroom or something you can't find or something where the physician or the apothecary could identify.
Right.
But I also can say with the time some understanding
Yeah,
probably lot of them slow no not eat not eat one in the center so
yeah.
but they are totally different
They never
story.
know what it was. So you can compare to something that is already in the creation when they can't tell you what it was.
Gone.
I find the point up, verse 41, I'll jump around a bit. John 6, verse 41. Then the Jews then murmured at him because he said, I am the bread which came down from heaven. And they said, is not this Yahushai, the son of Joseph, Salakia, whose father and mother we know? How is it then that he said, I came down from heaven? All right. Now jump into verse 47. It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. I am that bread of life. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness and are dead. You said that's earlier say oh, there is some of actual substance.
Right, right.
This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forevermore. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for my life, which I will give for the life of the world.
Yeah. You want to elaborate that? I
Yes,
want
so
to
basically it just have to show that look, others him and the spiritual we also have feed the flock. You know, you have the miracle where the Lord let them lie down and him feed them the fish and the loaf, you know, and him actually give them bread and he said to him disciples say, oh, be mindful of the leaven of the Pharisees. And then they think him talk about the actual food, the actual bread, they must say, no, I'm talk about the doctrine, right? So as I speak earlier, the bread we have feed the flock with, you know, we have feed people with is actually the scriptures. You know,
bread and
even recently just a lesson upon that as well. So we are here to feed the people. This is a spiritual bread, this is a spiritual wine, this is spiritual water, this is spiritual flesh or meat. This
Yeah,
is
but
food. This is the spiritual food.
can.
Right? But the thing about it is in order to eat that food, you have to have faith. As it either you choke you or you have a vomit you. One or the other.
Can.
If you eat it without faith, it not have a profit to you. It not going to go down. As I said, it's either it choke or it will come up back. One out of the two, but it not going to go down.
Can.
Right? What are the priest?
Go priest.
yeah, but
What?
this is Jeremiah 3, verse 15. And I'll give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Huh?
Exactly. And that is why, you know, people always say, oh, we are when we give double honors, we are kiss ass and all them something there. You have to tell the truth, we don't have a time of day to give people like that, brother. As a me personally. We don't have a time of day to give them people. Because really and truly, if one of the apostles them then out, show me consistency, show me the good doctrine, show me almost within I truth for a little time. And the amount of spiritual growth, isn't it? When me see me get as a matter of fact, the new man, when me become because of this truth. If I never truly have about Shemi or Shine based on the doctrine and the apostles and error them, would have be some bigger in the world, somewhere are probably even dead already, yo.
Hey, Yahweh, yeah, priest of reading say, Yahweh Shai said, him have the bread, or is the bread of eternal life. Um, that that um that bread was actually nourished up. The apostles was actually nourished up by eating that bread, man. So if them have the gospel and if them have the truth, of the spirit of Yahweh Shemi or Shai, then you know it makes them who did. Then we get granted also through the spirit of Yahweh Shemi or Shai through them and down. We get granted and we get access through them. If I never if it wasn't so, all right, because it was so, then them have to get them double honors. Them have to get, you know, when them scripture say the workman is worthy of his there you go. The workman is worthy of his
It was
so
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Huh?
God.
Saying him the workman worthy of him what? So if them workmen and them been laboring, then them been feeding us, make we go on them, we're gonna do the research on where we get. Let's keep tell you what we earlier say the men of Thessalonica search the scriptures. We search the scriptures. Then after what them give it, so we get access. So them deserve the double honors, man. You see? So we really not the time of day for your man. We are say contrary um to that. See?
Yeah,
It's a
as I said, you push a very good point of nourishment. Them bread where them get nourished, them break it. As I said, the miracle, we always try to be able to feed the 5,000 people. He said the number was about 5,000 among women and children. Brother, I just see them bread them a break on a plaster. And the scripture tell us enough the left away, basket did it for them, although them they forgot the basket still. But you know, did it for them and them where them are feed, right? And I see thing as I say, once you look up the information test of them, I understand it, then you start make that bread and pass it on, right? Hey, them say so them not only give you bread, you know, them teach you how to bake it. I have a saying that say, oh, don't instead of give if you give a man a fish, I go feed him all the day in life. If you teach him how to fish, then you can only feed him once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you actually know how to bake the bread, them give you at first, you know, I will eat it, I will enjoy it, and then it's teaching how to bake the bread. And basically, can say, we are bakers.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Reason?
It's in regards to the elders, First Timothy chapter 5 and verse 17, that the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. For the scripture said, Thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn, and the laborer is worthy of his reward.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
what the apostle never tell we outside of the doctrine, or if you can't find a direct precept line up wherever but the apostle themselves stay out of them clubs. Oh, yo, right now, you want to try your man of personal life, and all them something there. What the point? Them still look at the 3 videos a week. Yo, right now, that too much. Why not just for that? Yo, brothers need to get jobs. Tell me, where the unrighteousness is.
Hey, see, same thing. We are about the topic of labor and study to show that self control and reading and all of that. Basically, the whole deal is for you to actually get this thing and cement in this thing itself. In order for you to be cemented and rooted and built up, then you have to put in the work. You have to be passionate about this thing. You have to passionately seek the knowledge. You know what I mean? Go out there and get it. Seeing there's so many videos, man. Go up on YouTube. If there's a topic where you know your mind might run across and I say, all right, I need to know about this. You can go on the YouTube and type it in. Just put GMS in front of it, in front of the topic, and then you're gonna see so many brothers popping up we do videos on that particular topic. Seeing I for one prove that, man. Seeing so it really out there. So if it says seek ye precept or read earlier, it says seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. All right, none shall want or meet. So you know you have to go nowhere else, man. You see, man. And when you say seek, you're not going to do any just random seeking and watch any camp. See? Because GMS at the end of the day of the truth, man. We have the bread will lead to life, which is Yahushua. We teach Yahushua in truth and in sincerity. See?
Now I'll have a precept.
And this is Colossians 2, verse 8. Beware that any man fall you
True philosophy.
read over. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit after the tradition of men, after the rudiment of the world, and not after a Mashiach.
See, so bro.
Oh, go on. You're good.
So it's important for you to know it for yourself because the word philosophy means just love of knowledge. And if your love for knowledge just be that, love for knowledge just want to hear it. And
That's why I said, be in philosophy up.
yeah, yes,
Empty.
you're right, and be in deceit. All right, after the traditional rudiments of men. So if you just want to hear, if you just love hearing it and don't want to actually check out things, man, then you will get spoiled by it.
Yeah, you don't know Egyptologists.
No. It's an agnostic that claim say you don't believe in anything. You just know about something, but you don't really abide by no particular principle or code of conduct. What
Yeah.
does it mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a quick precept to that too. Uh, Ecclesiastes chapter 20. Ecclesiastes, Slack. They say better it is to hide thy folly than to hide wisdom.
Oh yeah, several I say it no. Several section in our syrup.
I think at 20.
Fine for you.
Alright, I read a find it. It's 20 and 31.
Cool.
Yeah. This Ecclesiastes 20 verse. That's not the verse 30 says, wisdom that is hid and treasure that is hoarded up. What profit is in them both? Better is he that hideth his folly than a man that hideth his wisdom.
Okay.
Right? So why the point to just there's a whole of just another thing, why that's why when you get the knowledge of it, you have to do these lessons. Why does you study as a whole heap of breakdown and come to your mind no one can break down for that, no one can break down for that, just sit down. What?
Skip say if, if you have candle, a man light a candle and put it.
Now we talk.
Yeah, now it already, you know.
I go on by charge.
And this is that's chapter 13 here.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
This is Matthew 5 verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt hath lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Yeah, so the point is that you don't light a candle and put it under one table. That doesn't make sense. So it is if you have this knowledge and if you catch up in a and if you catch up in your house, man, and play around the keyboard. See me? And that's all it is. Just you that being keyboard warriors. If for you to learn this thing and go, yes, keep say also let the light if you go down further. It's because the light represent the knowledge. And not any knowledge. See the knowledge of Yahweh Shai, man. See?
Can I get one?
The part,
Yeah,
the top part.
we can go down a little further.
Verse 16. Let your light so shine before men, that ye may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
Yeah, so the point is for men to see it and glorify the Father, not for even vain glory. Not for men to see and glorify you. So that's why it's important that when you do these videos, it's not self glorification you see, but it's for the glorification of the Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Yahweh Shai. It is the glorification of them. That's the reason why when you start out the video, you started off with all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. It is to give glory and praise to them. See? So the light now, which is Yahweh Shai, it have to shine, which is Yahweh Shai. That is the whole beauty. You say, go into all the world and preach the gospel. What is the gospel? That is the good news. See? It's all about Yahweh Shai, glorifying the glorification of Yahweh Shai. See? But you get the precept when you say,
Uh, yeah, go on, go on. Yeah.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 24. 23. Say, and refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good, and hide not thy wisdom in her beauty. For by speech wisdom shall be known, and learning by the word of the tongue.
Speak on it, brother.
See me?
Speak on it.
Basically, yo, the word is wisdom, is wisdom, man. Coming from your shy. See, so when you have occasion to do good, don't refrain from it. The scripture tells us, say, yo, put not off from day to day. So anytime you have occasion, can do this word, which is the good work, see, to profess the gospel of the Heavenly Father, basically make effort to do so, yo. Understand? Don't hide, as you just say a while ago, don't hide it, yo. Don't have the wisdom and hide it, yo. You see me?
Hey, it would be like the scripture, Yahushua gave the parable of the men then they'll get basically got talents.
Mhm.
And one went and hid him, the one will get one, went and hid his wrapping on a napkin and buried it. You see me? Right, and Yahushua say, oh, the wicked servant, you shouldn't go basically trade it. Or you trade it, you basically go and push this wisdom. You see me? You get a fruit, you basically to the marketplace.
Can.
That which you basically go to the bank. Right,
But
and then
I say again, point out. Imagine, yeah, imagine you know something. Imagine when you know a precept, right? I understand the precept from face value. You never look up a word meaning, again and tweet, If I get better, when I look up a meaning within the word meaning, when I look up a meaning, a word meaning within the definition, that will lead us some places to hey. Sometimes you have half hour straight when I look up one word and can't do it because they support the word in each definition. I can't wait on what we told them, I can't even find way back up.
Can. Right?
As I said, the training it is actually using the wisdom. And also researching, go back into it, go over it and basically dissect it, rightly dividing the word of truth. You pull it apart and put it back together,
Can.
you
Precept.
can understand it. And then there's a point where everyone bring it out.
Can. Matthew 25, verse 19. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoned with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more.
And hey, pause now. You see the 5 talents are the portion of the Lord, as we read earlier about the God Lord giving a part according to his several ability. So that's the thing we read with the 5 talents. And him staying and read and him work and build upon it, and when him get 5 more. Right? So him get the fruit, him get the increase.
Can.
What?
like scripture say now, he that believeth on me, so that his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Right, so you're not stagnant, you see me? You keep progressing in this faith. Right, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Growing in the spirit.
Continue. Yeah. So it said, his Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant.
You see that? This is in a matter. Once a sin in land in a matter, he must get 2, he get 2 more. The Lord never asked him, say, oh, make you never get 3 or 4 or 5. Him do it according to his several ability. That's why I'm give him 2 because he know him strength. Right? So him saying get 2 more than 8. He said, well done. So him work with what him have to the best of him ability. Someone we give a man $10 and give him a time spirit of 1 week. I want him carry back $10 million. That don't work. You don't know how the Lord give, based on the time you're coming at truth and whatever you work to the best ability and go accordingly. And the Lord know what is well pleasing unto him. The only thing is to ensure, say, you give all diligence and you labor as best as possible, you exert yourself and do as best as you can, as much as you in your power. Basically, the Lord asks you is the best.
Can.
Verse 24 it says, Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not not straw. And I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth.
Yes,
Lo,
you have someone that do wisdom and talk about, well, me don't know enough, or me can't go do it like other brother that do it, or, me I stay up on the comment board, me just want to learn some more. Give me one next 3 years or something, then we can start. No, apply with what you have.
Teach where you know.
Yeah, exactly, teach where you know.
Yeah, and as we are going, we actually there are prayers to make you to increase faith, to make the most like to increase faith, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Yeah, prayer to that. So if you feel like you can do, you want to beg, you want more, in the sense that if the more side you want more, you want to can be able to know the doctrine more, gain some more wisdom from the scriptures, gain some more knowledge from the scriptures. Their prayers to go to the more side, for him increase that, and if him see it fit, he give you a certain measure, he might increase it. But if I just their
And
prayers for that.
the scripture says, oh, give us this day our daily bread. You have spiritual daily bread. We just have break down say, oh, the bread is also the word. So the Lord prayer cover that as well. So
Yep.
you better know if we do that, we should support as the apostle them say, man, to have a general idea of the Hebrew, you can help yourself with certain prayers. But if anything, in the apostle, the tools is there. The Lord's prayer support for if you're part of Great Millstone, you're supposed to have at least the Lord's prayer in your position in the Hebrew.
done.
You can pray the Lord's prayer.
Yep.
Zimmy. Continuing, said, and I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which had 10 talents. For unto every one that had shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that had not shall be taken away even that which he had.
Hey, you have some brothers, you cannot feel confident to break it down. You book up on some information, send it to brothers then. I make them do a breakdown on it, or better, you can start on it, but better yet, how about you ask a brother for help with a breakdown? Rather than read for you and back you up on the points where you might, come off weak, or you make them break it down and you read for them and observe how them break down the information where you give to them based on the spirit.
Come on, precept.
So that is a way through the spirit we can give to the exchangers. Go amongst men who were more experienced in the scriptures than you.
Come
Right?
on.
Well, the most I give it, yeah, tools at your disposal. The internet is there. The brothers is there. YouTube is there. Google is there. BLB is there. The apostles and elders and various brothers send out all type of Hebrew reference prayers. The breakdowns are there. The only thing a brother can give is application. We can force you to apply. We can force you to get up and do it. That part that have to come up by you working on your own salvation and prayer and trembling.
Hey, I have a quick precept about that.
What?
This is Proverbs 6, verse 6. All right, it's a go to the ant, those sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. All right, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provided her meat in summer and gathered her food in the harvest. So, just an analogy, seeing pertaining to what he said. Seeing the apostles, the videos are here with the knowledge, with different breakdowns. Without somebody overseer and a debug you don't stick. You go and seek it, man. Then go and look it up because the scripture say a while ago say the ants provide their meat in the summer. See? Wait a well, this summer gather their food in harvest. So it is about the scripture say out wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. They mean just gather out as much information as I can from now before the actual, before the time, before the hour, before the judgment day, man.
Hey, and okay, thing about it is that some another excuse someone try use is that somebody break it down already.
No man,
One perspective of a day, everybody have a different interactions in the world. One part, you do I same thing I break down. Your perspective or your angle, 9 times out of 10, it have a different in a some way, shape, or form.
Hey, even if you do this the second time, it's still a different.
uh,
Exactly.
and you have to remember your audience and the person audience that must be the same. Well, more than likely it's not the same. Um, so you have to look on your audience too, and it must come out the same way like how him bring it out. The thing is that don't copy, don't be a copycat. You know what I mean? If you see it and it influence you, you know what I mean? If you want, you bring out some information from it, just don't copy. And because you have to know why you're doing it. You have to have a reason behind
Yeah.
why you're doing
Clear
it.
understanding.
Exactly. So you can't just see a man do a video and say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do it," and you write down but the same preset them, and then you want to bring it out the same way like going to bring it out. It doesn't make sense. That's cheap. They just download the video and re-upload it.
Yeah. I
Basically,
thought you never learn nothing. Still like you are. That means you don't learn nothing.
Yeah,
The scripture say a wise man
will hear and increase.
and added ears.
Sorry, go on. Sorry, like that.
Oh, still like you are.
yeah, basically, I just bring out a quote when I said the other day. Well, more call it a quote, but it's something where is of pertinence. Basically, them say if you see something and you read something, you retain 20% of it. If you hear something, you retain 40%. If you see and hear the thing, you retain about 60%. But if you teach it, you retain 95% of it. You see, because you become the level of a teacher. So you basically have that aptitude of knowledge to basically bring out the knowledge. You see, so with the word, you see in scripture say work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. A part of that is basically having this word within inside you. You see, so that you have it inside you, man. You see, that's a part of the laboring, so that you have it inside you, so that you can basically bring it forth, because you are a representative of the Heavenly Father,
And
right?
then the tools are there. The key thing about it, the tools are there to dispose of. The excuse are supposed to be there. Yo.
Come, can you hit a precept, Baba Kasha?
The reason why when you look on even the ants, man, sometimes when you observe how the ants work, the hard work of them, man, is the only thing I observe the ants. You see me, them very hard worker, man, hard working. See
And
them
determined there.
determined, hey, and burden be them and unified. See, when you talk about if you get meat and build them house, man, unity. That's a perfect example of what unity strength mean. Me actually sit down and observe them, man. You see me? And I'm diligent.
Come.
See? So if you use the ant as an example, man,
Like,
Solomon, yeah, Solomon was observing the ants them too.
you must see two ants are carrying something, and you kill one of them.
Yep.
Go next one.
Go look for someone, look for somebody else.
No, he start pulling by himself. Him not stop. The next time I see two ants are pull something or three, kill two of them and watch the one left and see where he tried.
Yeah, can. That's true.
Him and move that by himself
I
until somebody else find him and come along and start helping him.
bro.
He nasty.
Can.
You have one?
What?
Well, there are two actually. I mean, you finish one?
Yeah, thank you.
Alright. This is I'm gonna read that one first. It's Second Timothy chapter 4, verse that's the other one. I charge thee therefore before Yahweh and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry.
You want to speak on it, Zachary? But
Well, that's really it says, and make full proof, just bring forth the scriptures.
And just to bring out another analogy with the ants them, you have within the ants colony, you have medical ants as well. You see, so if you injure one, you have others will basically come and start work on that one, You see, and take him up and move him along. You see, so just like how within our ministry, to make full proof of our ministry, we always have to eagerly look out for other brothers who might fall weak in the faith. You see,
that are the key part. That is a key part of the ministry, brotherly love. See, without that, in a sense, even that I think it because brotherly love is an integral, very integral part of this ministry.
Let me cut you shortly. Yesha, I get back. When some people understand the feeding the flock is also conduct. Conduct is also feeding the flock. When you deal with a brother, edifying to the body. You know, we show better in regards to action, edifying as well. That is also a form of teaching. So teaching is not only doing breakdowns and study, just studying are the theoretical part of the scriptures. The actual conduct is also a part of it as well. As I say, brotherly love, yeah, them action there of brotherly love and them thing there, it says a lot.
Precept?
Yeah, man.
Alright, so this is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. See me?
Break it down.
So basically, when the word what we are basically take heed unto. You see, the word heed means to keep. You see, we are basically do that to labor to enter into the rest. You see, so we need to fear as well as labor. You understand? Because when you jump to verse 11, it says, "Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief." You understand? So we supposed to have that same fervent belief to basically give us the characteristic trait we need to enter into the rest, because this is all about the labor of enter into the rest, man. You see, which is the coming forth of Yahushua and getting that deliverance. You understand? So we need to always be mindful that the word what we are taking unto ourselves is for actually be that part, that light to carry us into the saving graces of the Heavenly Father.
Please,
You know, I'm not here for your color, man. I go on, brother. Good luck.
this is Ephesians 5, verse let's start at verse 7. Verse 8, it says, For ye were sometimes darkness, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in the Lord. Walk as the children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light, for whatsoever doeth that made manifest is light. So, as I say, when the children are light, so the conduct and how we reprove certain things, that bring it to light. Hey, when I want to get reproved, in reaction to it, show, I say adversity. I think we show weakness. Being reproved is a part of or is an example of facing adversity. But all you're dealing with that are the things that come up in the spirit because of that have approved you. And when that is identified and check that and correct it, then that is good. So reproof is good. When the scripture highlight the flaws and all them things, it's all feel good. That will help you become a better, let me say, a brighter light. That is something we brighten your light. You know? So imagine at first you only have enough juice, a little spark, the little spark become a little flame, the little flame just take time and grow and grow and grow. By the time I look, the range where you push off, where you can see, based on the amount of life you have, you see a far off, because it will get manifest through light. Hey, check a morning time with the sun, when I have 5 bells, you get little light, and as the morning progresses, you just see it start get brighter and brighter and brighter. So till midday there the peak, and then it take time go down there. So the thing is about it that you get built up in the spirit to the point it sustain. You know
Okay.
what have man?
Yeah, man, alright, go on. Yeah, this is Second Corinthians 12 and 10. As I say, reprove is good. It says, therefore I take pleasure in infirmities and in reproaches. Right?
Me not hear that. So like you're low.
Slack your can. So as I say, reprove is good. This is Second Corinthians 12 and 10. It says, therefore I take pleasure in
Not
infirmities.
time.
Can. So Second Corinthians 10 verse 9 says, you know, slack, jump off. Our Second Corinthians 10 verse 9, it says, that I may not seem as if I would terrify you by letters.
No, I'm
Slack.
saying,
Yeah. Alright, slack. So this is Second Corinthians 11. Oh, shoot. Okay. Second Corinthians 12 verse 9. It's like that. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distress of Hamashiach. For when I am weak, then I am strong.
exactly. So there were two things though. That humble you for one, because your infirmity make you know. So look here, it's not about you. And secondly, it build and prove your spirit. And that as I say, that's one of the key. First, to the glory of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and secondly, your conscience and the spirit towards the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because ultimately, that is baptism, And
And
yes, sir.
so yeah, so brother, basically it represents humility as well. Because through infirmities you're grounded. You
Yeah.
see, a good quote from a movie was in the series Vikings. Ragnar said in the series, say, yo, if you want power, power is only given to them that is willing to bend down to pick it up. You see, so when you go through that state of humility, you see in the scripture tell us, say, he that exalted himself shall be abased, but he that humbled himself shall be exalted. So that's why when you realize Paul was making certain statements, he went through a state of affliction, a state of humbling. Therefore, he was made strong because his complete empowerment was through the glory of the Heavenly Father. You understand?
Hey,
Same Paul.
no,
Huh?
sorry, I'm not sorry to put that, brother. Go on.
Same Paul always have that frame of mind for know say yo through him say if ever could say yo I can do all things through Christ that strengtheneth me. Zin say no say yo, all them stability, all them firmness, all them vigor and boldness came from the Heavenly Father. So that humility actually is what built him up. Zin, that's why I'm saying that. Zin, that's a part of what I'm saying that.
Hey,
And
in James say some of the things that you need we have to let go. Superfluity of naughtiness. Yeah, and they go further to say it lists some things we have to get rid of. And receive with meekness the engraft word which is able to save the soul. So meekness what humbleness in order for you to actually receive this. See, as I mentioned the example with Ragnar, then if you actually power, you have to actually humble, bow down to actually get this power. See? Yeah, and guess what? Even when you get it, you still have to have a high level, or have to have a level of humility. See? Because pride don't mix with this thing, man. Pride don't go with this thing. In this thing, in this truth, pride will get you, will make you lose, man. So in order to receive your shine, you have to be me.
Fun.
You
Yeah,
have
and
to,
the thing about it is, brother, the influence, one of the key thing is, them always, well, for the last 2 days, them got that it's on terminology, them say, Q-tip, quit taking it personally. In this truth, you don't take things personal, right? So, not to say, oh, if brother, in a past and place somewhere, if some, if there's an issue, the scripture tell you to leave that, they go to them one away until the brother hash this out. But outside of that, in general, when you judge, you're not supposed to have this, you're not to take things personal. Just observe the situation for what it is and fix and apply it accordingly, regardless of who or what the situation is. Right? So that's one thing we're good to put in practice and even me, I try the best to put that into play. Of not taking things personal. Because once I do that, then I will make it about me. And once I make it about me, right. I just lose the fight right there.
Mm-hmm. Stop watch the guys now talking better earlier. Stop watch the beating stick, yo. You get me? Think about who was the beating stick that swing. You get me? A great easy than that beating stick we have to have up in your heart. Trust me. Come on, man. This is First Peter 3 verse 21. The like figure whereunto even baptism doth also now save us.
Exactly. Because when I read receive the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul, so that is you actually being baptized. You know that is your spirit being built up, right? Read that again.
Alright. First Peter 3 and 21. The like figure whereunto even baptism doth also now save us. Not the putting away, um, we are not putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience towards the Most High by the resurrection of Yahushua Mashiach.
Exactly. So, yeah, first of all, baptism is a washing of the spirit. You know what? Carnally, when I wash out certain things, whether you have to put on a scrub into it. Some things you can just put on that pipe and it go away. And others, yeah,
Yeah, as mechanic Benjamin that teach me say, yo, when you wash off grease off your hand, sometimes when you have soap up your hand, you just dip your hand in that dirt and have to rub your hand and scour your hand with the dirt and the soap and everything just to get off that grease, yo.
yes. So some things are more rigorous than others,
Mm-hmm.
which means that certain infirmities or certain dirt require a certain level of affliction or proof to get that out there. Now some might have rough, some might cool, but at the end of the day, that's with the spirit. You know, you have to get out certain impurities. And that's why even sometimes in the scripture refer to baptism as being purged with the fire.
Mm-hmm. No, easy.
You know, some things that can't wash off, some things that can get burned. You know, yeah, when it comes to recipes with wingworm, there's a couple pieces of bun batty bush. I say they take it and then rub it and just rub off the ringworm with the herb and just get rid of it like, right there and then it just come off.
Mm-hmm. Me use some blue and salt
I
and
first hear about that, brother. But
Yeah, put that herb about the herb up.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
but I should say, but go on.
Brother, me I tell you, man, when it's when they come on to wingworm, anytime when I put like, go for a piece of bun batty bush, I tell you, brother, it's
You trying
only
to talk about shit that
me know if I saw when you call it, when I saw you squeeze the and see the juice, brother, and I
what?
start rub the ringworm, two tools it just gone.
Oh, quack a bush.
well, we know lime and blue. And that hot, because when you go so and dip it too, they may rub that. As the brother say, rub it till you see that, till you see your flesh and rub out.
You know, man, you see the skin strip off, man, and all of that just going. And when that heal, good.
You good,
Yeah,
you
and that's what Yahushua said that him have a baptism to be baptized with, and our mind straightened till it be accomplished. And that, you know that word straighten, and the brothers know it already mean a position of difficult. See, so he said that him have will be baptized in straits, in have will get afflicted. You know, and that is the baptism of fire. You know that him actually that John actually talking about, man.
Yeah, yeah. When in a certain position, you know, and when I want me to reproof or the most I jack you up, when I think of a start, all the most I would want me to deal with that situation. Yeah. That's
Hey,
not right.
yeah, me see a thing pan Yarame status.
Yeah.
It's a picture graph. A picture graph or infograph. It's a lesson learned through pain is one that is rarely forgotten.
Man.
You know, so it just show you that the affliction it is necessary, man. As Scripture say, we are made perfect through suffering.
Hey, you see psychologists, them have a thing what them call conditioning, something with learning. Them have operant and I think relative conditioning. And them
Operant and classical.
oh classical. So that's yeah. Yeah, operant and classical condition. I have something what them call positive and negative reinforcement. It's more of a pleasure punishment system. Now, them are curious to look here, see when somebody do something bad, you have to apply the pressure right away. Right? So there must be the example. If a man goes to boom and get a ticket, you see if him get the ticket on spot, him less likely to speed again because him associate the ticket with the crime when him
with the
do.
action. Yeah.
Now if him get the ticket in the mail, him like when he come 3 weeks later, he more likely to continue speed because he can't associate the penalty with the action. And at the same thing in the truth, yo. When I go through certain things and the most I correct you through feel when oh whatever want me a harsh reproof hurt your feelings, they don't say, look here. You see that way the way they feel when they do that and get reproof is, you know, ever want to feel that again. So guess what? You know I got it right. And the last time the most I jack me up this what me do, we can't manage an next jack up. So guess what? Me know the fun.
Yeah.
Um, can you get a precept? The precept is kind of similar to the analogy we I give, or basically, this is Ecclesiastes 33, verse 25. It says, if thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. A yoke and a collar do bow the neck. So are tortures and torments for the evil servant. Send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. Set him to work as is fit for him. If he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters.
Mm-hmm.
But be not excessive toward any, and without discretion do nothing. See?
Exactly.
So it's
So
kind of similar to your explain.
yeah man, in here, give more work, you see me? Put
Mm-hmm.
on more pressure. So till the one of the things is a make or break. Another the thing, yo, in this truth, sometimes they just have to get on brothers till them decide is there them change or them decide say you can't take no more smart ways or you know, sometimes a suspension or something, some form of a reproof have to get done, the matter have to get dealt with. And not only with brothers, just in life in general. That's why your workplace always tell about written warning, verbal warning, suspension, termination. You have levels to discipline, you know. Levels
Precept.
to discipline. So when you find out say you're on your final warning, you have to make sure say, oh, you're there work early every day. I make sure say you keep in line because you know say look here, if you don't keep in line, that's the us. You know, so you have to really them thing that necessary, yo. And I said the most I basically I do it through the spirit, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And the charges and the punishments is all. to the betterment so you can basically get in line. And after a while, it just form a habit where you're not even have to think about to do the right thing.
Done.
There's something you do. And when I realize if I get the thought to do something wrong, when I think about the penalty of doing that action, I'll be like, is it worth it? No. I'll be like, yo, F that. On to the next one, you know?
Done.
Reason?
Yep.
It's Hebrews 12, let's start at verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastising or chastening, Yahweh deal with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if
Exactly. Look on it. As I said, the reason why, and the thing that I think that even why, even when I reprove brothers, you have to, as I said earlier, you have to think about when I'm not the most of all right, your conscience was the most of all right. But don't reprove a brother and get a brothers for European glory. It's supposed to, the reason why it's supposed to get to a brother because they are doing good. It's not about you. Right? So once I go with the mindset, look here, I'm concerned about the brother. One thing get right now, we have prayed the most and describe, all them things that. So look here, you have to reprove him. But if it's a case where and as I said, not even only brothers in general, you have to do whatever you do from a righteous standpoint. Right? It can never be about it. That's why I said, no, it's not supposed to be something personal. Right? It is supposed to be done because it is what is needed. Right? So it should be reproof and punishment and those things. It's supposed to get things in order and for the betterment of things going smoothly. Right? So so that the same thing with the most I do to it. And not because the most I just like beat me. The most I said, oh, let's feel like we beat everyone today. That's how I beat him.
I don't know, there would be a fiction
No,
and
no, no,
thing
that's the
that would
most
be.
that's how even in the story I read earlier. It say, oh, be not excessive towards any and without discretion do nothing. Because when I do certain things, anything that I do, it requires a certain level of discretion depending on what the issue is. Right? So it's like for them things that necessary. And as I said, the same to the most I do with you, the most I punish you accordingly. As a matter of fact, you're not to punish you, you're supposed to punish you. They would say, oh, you need to punish you or we ought to be punished. You would have dead.
Done.
Go on up.
when Jesus in his death, verse 7, if ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons, for one son is he whom the Father chasteneth not. But if ye be without chastisement, wherefore are ye partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
Exactly, because if you don't get the correction, you're not going to do what's right, and if you don't know what's right, then you don't have the benefits or the rewards of reaping the things which come that's right. And if you know what the rewards or the benefits of doing the things that are bad, I'm sure you'd prefer rather forget the beating so that you can get right. The brother from the Tampa camp, what they will get burned up. Hey, when I watch that video, there, and see how the brother take that, he actually is a big fake booster. Brother said two things. And even Pasha mentioned it in our video watching one and say, one at a time, brother said, nobody can tell him say he's not a man of the Lord. And the sentiment of Pasha have, I same to me of like me, I say, probably some people look on it and think of pride, but the boldness, me not sense no form of guile or pride or no form of hype, but when say, I see that as straight boldness and confidence in the righteousness where I say, look here, God can't tell me say, man and the man of the Lord. And him go further to say, look here, thank you how wash me or share you. Come and say the perspective when I'm up on the truth now, it's different. You might say it was a painful experience, but you must say when Lord will heal, Lord will you might go do everything different. You might go eat different, you might go study different. You might say, look here, my life change. And when I hear how the brother talk, you can see say, that do something to him spirit, for the better. Probably somebody is gonna say, oh, look here, oh, the most are wicked to do this to me, or oh, me I preach the word of the most and them something I reach. When I look on it from the facts of the most I teach him something, and in the days to come, everything will got you, and even start from now, but everything will got you in the future, and especially in the dire days to come, I have to prove to see whether or not you are a man of the Lord or not, if your mindset towards the how washing I have a hold the faith, I have to behave like the children in the wilderness, the children of unbelief.
Uh, I'm just gonna get the precept.
Precept, brother.
This is Job. So this is Job 13, verse 15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him.
God, you have to basically maintain, pray for the spirit to maintain integrity and righteousness, that's why I said earlier, that's why you first can even do the prayer, your prayers go a long way,
Yeah, and the slay, when you look on it, like I scripture tell you that if I get chastisement from the Lord, the most I deal with you as with sons. So it is something to actually look on and glorify. And actually, that's why I can say, yo, with boldness, nobody can tell him say, yo, man of the Lord, because when you get a correction, because you know what you do. See, in the scripture say, I will bear the indignation of the Lord until it plead my cause, because I have sinned against him. See, hey, David.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
This is Micah 7, verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
hey, we saw it. He shall bring you forth to the light, shall bring me forth to the light. So after that, after the beat comes the calm, the cooler. Then you wake up to the yeah, you speak yourself what it say. You know what I mean? You bring it to the light, you bring it to righteousness. So that are the way, man. It is a rite of passage. See, before you can come to that level of righteousness or in this presence of the Most High, or in the presence of the Lord Yahweh Shai, man, you have to get something. Alright, and that's what it's all about. You have to maintain integrity. Saying even though I get licked, you see,
What quick one up?
yeah,
Yeah, it's Zechariah chapter 14, chapter 13, sorry, he said, and it shall come to pass that in the land, say the Lord, two parts herein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left herein, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the power is my power.
yeah, and that fire, you purge away the impurities, man. See, get rid of the bad attitude, the emotional part, the mortal thoughts, the purge, see, the lust of the flesh, see. That's what the purging is all about. For you actually get rid of the impurities. That's what the affliction is about. For you get rid of them impurities. See?
Alright.
Right?
It's Isaiah chapter 48, verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
Yep. That's why you get chosen to be afflicted. Alright? After Yahushua was afflicted, what comes after?
Lord,
Glory. King, you know what I mean? And he was set on the right hand of the Lord, man. See, now
yeah.
affliction.
When we look up the word refined, it says to free something such as a metal, sugar, or oil from impurities or unwanted material. It also says to free from moral imperfection.
Ah, Then to flee from moral imperfection. And the lust of the flesh, those are moral imperfections.
You can just to add something to what I say, Ashaya. I have a quote right here, so from a book recently finished reading. It said, the book is As a Man Thinketh. So the quote says, suffering is always the effect of wrong thought in some direction. It is an indication that the individual is out of harmony with himself, with the law of his being. The sole and supreme use of suffering is to purify, to burn out all that is useless and impure. Suffering cease for him who is pure. There could be no object in burning gold after the dross had been removed, and a perfectly pure and enlightened being could not suffer. You see me? That quote they speak volume to me, yo, because at the end of the day, when we become that fine goal after the end of the suffering, that's when we are basically the laws them are right in our heart, yo. You
Yep.
see, all of the laws basically be within us.
We are no perfect.
We are not perfect.
Hey, no, okay. The movie name again with the
Split.
yeah, split. A split.
Yeah, man. Challenge. Part 1.
The broken heart over.
Yeah, see that partner did say when the demon actually look on the girl's skin and see that she was actually she was chastised. You know that the word meant she was chastised. She actually went through sufferings. And him say, yo, him leave her alone. He say, hey, the broken are the more of him say before him even said that, him say rejoice.
She's pure.
He say, you're pure.
And the rest.
You know? He say, you're pure. Rejoice. Rejoice. Him say, you're the broken are the broken are the more involved. You know? And it's true, man. See, when you actually when you're broken, man, you learn a whole heap of things when you're lowly, man. See, you learn your lesson, and this is the thing. It's the reason why the scripture tells us, yo, the art of the righteous is in the house of mourning. Because when you're in the house of mourning, you're closer to your house, man.
Sober.
Yeah.
You're sober.
Yeah. So you start to you start to think upon your creator, and which is rightly done because there is nobody else. The reason why you actually are getting linked because what you do, and you have to acknowledge who are put on the link. See, so you have people like upon the country like 2/3 of people they might get linked and they might boast themselves in a while they might get linked, you know. But that's the difference. We are getting the kind of knowledge. Say, oh, hey, I feel fought. Hey, if we forget burn up, man, like that brother. If anyone know it, or if anybody fit your outside of this thing to hear him talk like that, and say, yo, we deserve that. You see me? Must hear the brother, man. Brother, you can get burned up and then you say, yo, at the most side, I God do it.
Bro, the man, when I find the man say, look, in the wish where him go through, and anybody, but I like him myself somewhere easy. Him express it, say, look here, I one of the most painful experience him ever go through. But he rejoice. So as I say, them hear him say that they must have say he's a madman.
Yeah, them, hey, people like I said, this man crazy. Maybe in regular with family member they will hear him talk like that. Them gonna say, yo, I say, brother, God did this to you. They must start praying. Zane, but that is a conversation that is within it's a esoteric conversation.
Brother, heavenly brother.
Yeah?
It's a heavenly conversation, therefore
Yeah,
you want to get it.
you're right. It's within it's above you, man, literally.
Yeah.
It's above it's heavenly as the brother says, it's heavenly conversation. Hey, when Job actually I say hey, prefer me the dead, yeah, man. Hey, to quote those kind of precepts to a regular man, must still point as taboo, must still point like crazy, even though it a come from the scriptures.
Fuck, you see, as I asked about chastisement and the unbelievers, the thing is this. You don't need to change, I'm not plan to change whatever more happen. You know them that the lack of the fear of the most high. When I fear the most high, I understand the most high stay on work, or you have washing or shower, understand the benefits of repenting, and also see why they need to repent and know that it is wrong. So that's why having this knowledge is a blessing, you know?
Yep.
The unbelievers, them, as far as I'm concerned, everything with them are different. And sinners on a priest that come out in a wall, Shamari have one deck, so Mr. Make it do it all.
Uh,
This is Ecclesiasticus 2 verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheer.
This is
So this is Ecclesiasticus 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Yes, you say Paul say make not get in trouble. Brother, I think a brother must end up waiting almost an hour or more before the brother them forward you. Now at one point they must say my call and like he must say, you know, just I pray to the most high for strength and just go wait. You know? And they must say I'm in a whole heap of pain. Can you imagine this I lie down and wait. I say when the second call he come out the brother them take it, you know, see understand how urgent it was. Because they must say, oh now come on, oh I'm not coming now. When the brother them reach and couldn't believe the severity how it is so they never even if they didn't know that they would not come more speedily, but let's not put it there and wait. What?
Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Exactly, yo. Yeah, I was saying in the world is trust the process. You know, and even as Apostle Gabar will say, it's the rites of passage. You have to endure you. It's a bitter, but hey, one of the key thing on the brother, hey, that brother there was a very good faith builder, yo. Nice exhortation where or nice but a great exhortation. The brother said, you know, every difficult time when God is constantly call upon you, bashing our shack. So despite the pain, you know, despite whatever going on, in their cleave to the most high. As much as in flesh, you know, I itch to try get out of the situation, you know, I try get over it. In my mind, in spirit is Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, the whole time I pray through it all. And basically I wait, you know, and I pray the most basically bring him through. But
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him who will help thee.
Another word for try also proven. Is it says for gold is to be proven, right? In the fire and acceptable in the first adversity. So say you get proof of what material we are made out of it. Is in by scripture say the day will come when every man work shall be is to be tried or proven, right? God's no is to be of those precious materials fit for the master's use. Because the whole temptation ultimately is coming as well. When everybody will be to be tried. So who is for Yahweh, but Shem Shy, and who basically is for the devil, so-called white race. And that will become by what you see yourself, a friend cannot be known in basically verse. Is in a prosperity. And a friend cannot be known in prosperity. Right? Is the way when one friend obviously well, Jake said out here, you want a friend pretend like you're dead. Pretend like basically I go through some struggles. I see I will see, right? So that Shamar, brother saw again in quote earlier.
So this is Sirach 12 and 8. A friend cannot be known
in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. Yeah, so it's going to come to the point now. Adversity will come upon us here, and see if we basically still going to be that faithful servant of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. That's a proving, that's a trial, that's a furnace that we're going to go through real quick. Well, quick still, but like I tell you about in a time of affliction, is in a time feel long. One more so that yeah, one.
First Corinthians 3 and 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall. Read that verse up. Alright. Verse 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
That's right. And as the fire represents the tribulation, right? The affliction, great affliction. The scripture speak about what time when Jacob trouble. That's how we are in the initial stages of it, beginning and sorrows. And there's 2 ways to get out. Well, one way to come out is in it, but there is an illusion of another way out, which is basically accepting the R5, which was the mark of the beast, signing league with the devil. But the ultimate way out is the most faithful, as in the part of the hopeful leg, is the most seek that path, is basically how about Shemel Shai. Right? And the time will come. Because right now we believe in the Most High, is in our God side, because things easy. Right? But the time will come when troubles time are forward and you basically have to get tested to see if you really believe.
Quick one again. Isaiah 48 and 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
Sorry, you're down again, Shamar.
Yes, that was basically, I'll just wrap up the
No,
piece.
continue.
Continues. Alright. Back in verse 6, Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord Yahweh, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord Yahweh and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Yeah, now we see the witness of that, yo. The scripture talk about we are basically come part of a great a crowd of witnesses. We see Daniel dead thrown in a lion's den. Right, we see the three Hebrew the three Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Right, we see them get flung in a fiery furnace, literally. Right, we see David get tried. Right, we see a lot of basically some even get proven unto death. Right, but the Most High still not forsake them. And that was supposed to look unto. The scripture say all things are written for basically for a learning, right? So when we check the history of people basically who but Yahushua, the ultimate example, when you get it worse, you get nailed upon the cross and upon the cross with nearly 9 man whip. It's me bruises for about 6 hours. Oh, you can't even think about that, yo. It's me nail in your hand and foot and then whip you back your body in a tunnel road map. Back in I say well, back alone, you know. Is in the most part, but your body turning a road map, right? Map kind of head, right? And all of the shame when you go through, you on the cross and you know with your weight, right? Plus gravity are pulled down upon that cross. Yahushua went through it.
They did a research on Discovery Channel. I show you the severity of the whipping where Yahushua get, and then I show you say the whip. It had some hooks on the end where it basically dig off your flesh. Where you can't even see the bone, you see me?
Yeah, that was his cup that he drank from. You see me? Right, that cup of adversity. Right, that affliction. And we are going through it too. Scripture, you tell them, you say, oh, yeah, man, I go through it too. Because that's the right of passage. Scripture speaks about the straight gate, which go back to what, a position of difficulty. Right, what second Ezra, I think the 7th chapter, speaks about one fire on one side and water on the other. And one narrow passage between the both. Right, that's our passage. If we enter, as Stephen said, Paul always basically say, confirming the souls of the disciples that we must with much tribulation enter the kingdom of heaven. Right? So that is the passage or the affliction we basically prove. They can go to sit down and say this the most I want to find out for worthy. This is a test. This is who fit for the kingdom of heaven. Right? Which ultimately I am here that straight here. You see me? But nevertheless, we
That's what I
still
say.
go to
Cleave. That we
that's
cleave
that.
unto him in a prayer. That's why the scripture says we constantly cleave to the most and call upon him. Because really and truly, as just like him have to give you the spirit, you can't do it of yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Going on.
Yeah,
Right.
scripture says we are saved by hope. You see me? Yeah, so hope is synonymous to faith, and the scripture say we are saved by faith, which is a gift of the Most High, right? And he also say for that many of these things you're supposed to what, pray to the Most High will give it liberally. What? Right, so pray for the strength to even endure the trial. Right, so say, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. So when we get tried, when we get locked up, when we get beaten, when we have a head get put on a block, right, we pray for the strength to endure, you hold out.
Going on.
All right, this is second Second Timothy 2 verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. This means no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of his life,
Of this life.
yeah, of this life, so like that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Yeah, and that's the time we're going into. You see me? Right, we have to endure hard, we have to endure hardness. You see me? Because the hard times is coming. You don't know where live life compared to what's coming, yeah? You see me? Right, troublous time of Jacob trouble. Aren't we Jacob? Aren't we Israelites? He just the Lord is going to be a part of them will be delivered from it. Right, which is wicked for people will basically will be for their destruction. That's the difference. But we'll basically go and get fed, right? We'll basically ultimately as we will get delivered, physically, right, from this place. Right, but nevertheless, you will go through that fiery furnace, you will go through that trial, you will go through them hardship. Is to prove what we made out of.
And we have one up. So Yashua quoted earlier this Matthew 20, start at verse 20. It says, Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshipping him and desiring a certain thing of him. And he said unto her, What wilt thou? She said unto him, Grant that these my two sons may sit, the one on thy right hand and the other on the left hand in thy kingdom. But Yahushua answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They said unto him, We are able. He said unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father. So I say, all right, you have a drink. That time fucking what you say? He said, you know not what he asked.
Yeah. Yeah, because even explain to Ezra's, you see me? See how basically two sides of them will suffer straight things. Right, the righteous are suffer straight things and hope for wide, right, which is the kingdom, the reward, and the wicked are suffer straight things and then basically look for destruction. Right? So Yahweh have a dream indeed of the cup of the fury of the wrath of our transgress. And we are sons, we will get both. That is the correction. He is to mold us in the correct path. That's what the most are really doing, making us perfect, taking away the dross, the water, basically the waste material. Right? Things are not fit for you because we're sons of the Most High. We're supposed to be perfect as He is perfect. Right?
Mhm. The persecution outside of the famine and all of that, you still have the persecution we deal with from the unbelievers as well.
Yeah, then my problem. Esau know what you physically. This is that much. So you have to worry about one people, what man of one countrymen. Paul tell about it. In perils by one countrymen, You see me?
And then man, and not eat or drink till him man.
Yeah. Who give up your house, shot?
My brother. One.
Alright, this is Romans 8, verse 28. And we know that all things together for the good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to His purpose.
That's right. Everything for the good house here. You see me? The brother giving testimony, or the one to you, right? Having a spiritual high, you see me, a spiritual mind, you will see, so guess what? It happens for good. Because we have times when we go off, you see, we are going astray, and we need that punk. You see, we need that drag to pull us back on the correct path. You see me? Someone is stubborn more than some, right? You know, Mr. One. You see me? So at times, so we have to get that whipping. You see me? To get back on that correct path.
So sometimes with a shepherd or jar that sheep, when they go out the line, touch them on the side to make them go back in.
Have to get brushed.
And that is the beauty of having a spiritual mindset. You see, instead you look at everything as like a situation as something going wrong, you look at it as guidance from the Heavenly Father. You see, just like how Job looked on it. Job say, "Oh, shall we receive only good and not evil from the Heavenly Father?" So Job basically balance it out with a positive mindset. He knows say, "Yo," him say, "Yo," he knows he was a just man, but he realize he might be afflicted. So at the end of the day, him being afflicted for something, so he just accept it. Say, "Yo, look here, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him." You see? So he knows say, "Yo, ultimately the Heavenly Father have a higher purpose for all the situations we have got through. Man. Understand? Likewise us. Every situation where we are going through in at the time, we know say, "Yo, it's for our purification." We know say that come from the Heavenly Father. We know say have to keep it grounded. We know say have to give it tunnel vision to stay focused on the course that is at ahead. Man. Understand?
Now I wanna.
Come on.
What was it? Yeah, man, go on. Oh, all right. This is Acts 14, verse 22. So it's confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the hour. And it takes a must. Never say maybe, never say if, and it takes also much tribulation. I shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. That's the right of passage, yo. Right, that purification, because we can't enter in the kingdom as we are right now. So we have to be proven. Right, we found meat for the master's use. Right, master says, "How about Shemel Shai?" And then everybody just have come as Christians say, come as you are, is everybody can follow that party. No. You see, we have to be selected and be proven. Right? Only special guests allowed. Which is the elect. The devil will choose. And when he choose you, the first of affliction. And the brother posed the precept on Micah 7, verse 9. Celebrating the nation of the Lord, because they have sinned against him, until he plead my cause, and execute judgment for me, and bring me to the light. And the brother Jeremiah.
So,
Is that one here?
Matthew chapter
Yeah, read one and you can go on.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 11. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into utter darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So as they say, if you don't prepare to basically to enter into the rest of your house shy, you're going to basically be cast out. Yo. You see, right now the preparation stage. Understand, as the brother they alluded to.
Yeah, and tell you what the wedding garment. You see, Miss Ephesians the 6th chapter. Right, tell you where we basically suit up with. Right, we have go through the affliction here. We have to get proven. It's like we are the best military, right? I get prepared for. Yeah, let's go for the military. You see me, and then stand up and yeah, man, we choose you, and it come. No, they go through some rigorous training. Right, and within that training, you are wait for people basically get left. And even within that training, you build.
No. You get trial And if you make it, then bring your God training.
Oh yeah, yeah, God.
Hey, who remember the movie 300? You see, with Leonidas. You know, the movie 300, it basically, I don't know exactly how the story go, but the idea of the story was that to become a king, you see, and you have to go out in the wilderness and basically go upon a part of survival. You see, to become a Spartan, yeah. To basically have that honor of being a part of the Spartan culture. You see, and you have to go out on that journey, man. You see, our military, as well as it. Understand? Watch
So,
me.
we are fighting stone. Bear get the name Brand Ironside. You see me? You go in the wilderness, war a bear cut him in the side, him still win the fight, come up with bear skin, him alone. Come back in, Brand Ironside.
Yeah, you have one.
Yeah, go on. Start that.
And this is First Peter 2, verse 3. If so, ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious, to whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of Yahweh and precious. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai.
So the reason I'm telling them to get a precept is that, but then when I build it, whether they are build an altar to build to make sacrifice, or whether they are build the temple, it shows them they have to be of a certain standard or caliber. And any stone they are put in the building of the temple, you know. So they must have a way to prove them to know they might look and feel them and look at it and also look here. Them man that wanna fit. Because guess what? One the most I decide to something and second you know one to crumble. How is it I put a stone to be a pillar but can't take weight? I really and truly look for a certain so that they know whether or not it can fit to do certain things or not. Imagine that, you know, well, me don't know what about it. It's a little bit in a pound arm and you can't get any stone, brother. Whatever sort of time the stone broke off in the hand, no serve no purpose.
Yeah, man, certain stoners they look funny nose are foolish too.
Exactly.
As brother said, charm stone.
Yeah,
He's like a corner, man. Charm stone.
exactly. So the same thing with the way I say, yo, it the men of the Lord, they are of a certain caliber, they are of a certain standard, right? Because the Lord require perfection, right? So from the end, look at the sacrifices. The most I give Moses strict instruction. You want this, you want 10 pan, two of brass, this and that and gold. You correct them for this length, that length. The wood them supposed to be of this tree and that tree. I have put that this I have build that this I have use that this and everything supposed to be in a perfect order, yo. And at the same thing with the men of the Lord, the most I require for your spirit to be at a certain level before you can come in, you know. That's why scripture says, earth not the sea. When Revelation 20 can get that, say till the servants of God be sealed.
I mean, this is Revelation 7, verse 1. Um, right, the Revelation 7, verse 1. After these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of heaven of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Exactly. Hey, I'm at which one? Continue, go to verse 3.
Okay. All right. And I saw, verse 2, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to earth the earth and the sea, saying, not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Exactly. So you going through these tribulations, you learning this knowledge, it's all about the elect. We all right to come together to in regards to the elect being still. Now jump go verse jump go verse 13. Go down.
All right. And one of the elders, verse 13, and one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, these are they which came out of great tribulation,
But came
and
out of what?
out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb.
Exactly. So you see that? So through great tribulation and through what the blood of the Lamb, which all go back to what? The scriptures there have the same thing we start off on. Having the right doctrine, proving the doctrine means knowing that it is up, Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai, proving all things and holding fast that which is good, and conduct yourself in the basically walk in that path, right, unto salvation, so that way you can be sealed and you can get delivered, right? Which all of that go back go right back to the glory of Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai, because that's what the glory due to.
Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Just it also prove the great tribulation and revelation that talk about the time of Jacob's trouble. See, because that are the thing we're going to go through. The time we're going to go through with no nation never since you never see nothing like it. Since there was a nation, so we going to go through that too. So the precept we read that quote earlier say, "Here the slave shall be saved." We don't have to endure these things, the great tribulation. See, but the scripture said, "He said them are gonna get saved, but he shall be saved." But continue. Yeah, with
Oh,
Aaron.
oh. What happened? Hmm?
No, I was really sleeping myself.
Where's that?
I was really sleeping myself. Never on that.
Okay. Well, as a matter of fact, it's like me actually did something. Actually, I can't listen to me, one more question, Ephesians 6, verse 13. Well, I can start at 12. As a matter of fact, start at 10. Because we are actually, this is how we actually going to need to actually obtain salvation. So, yeah, Ephesians 6, start at 10. I go to about verse 18. Exactly quoted earlier.
All right, this is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Bashem Yeshai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Exactly. So, he say, be strong in the Lord, the how about you shine. And I will say, all of that strength come through, as the brother read earlier, wisdom and knowledge. I know, seek you out of the book of the Lord and read. But somebody can get that as well. Wisdom, yeah. Right? Go on up.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Exactly. So they're taking that spiritual part. Hey, people say go through day to day and anything like, hey, they may understand that this is more of a spiritual fight than even physical. Probably this work would have easier if it was a physical fight. What I mean, that most easier if it was a physical fight. The war between the spirit and the flesh. Hey, I wanted the heaviest battle anyone can go through. You see me? This is something we can touch. This is something we can feel physical, right? But all through the spirit and power of washing right. So that's how we need to stay in the scriptures, right? One from the comment board, Genesis 2, Romans 12 and 12 is rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. Right? Tools of salvation, hope, patience, and prayer. Continue up.
Verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shai, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
Exactly. So see that how it's a fight. We need the armor. You know, we soldiers go on without that armor. Without them gun. You know, some way, war is about offense and defense. So you're going out there, beer, you have a lose. And in the days to come, believe so you have need that spiritual armor. You have need it. Right?
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Exactly. Say with the lines that have to do with stability. Oh. Yeah, if you know anything about your abs, you know, and basically tightening your waist area, your core area, that is stability. So the truth that will keep you stable. And I say your breastplate of righteousness. Right? Now, if you know not about the chest, sometimes that helps to show boldness. And I say when I say set the chest out, that it's a show of boldness. So you're stable in truth and you're bold in righteousness. Right? And all that get protected. Right? That's the first two parts of the armor. Go on.
And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Exactly. You're walking towards salvation. Right? That's how your foot get protected, yo. You're not barefoot, you're well secure onto the path of salvation. Right? Because the gospel is what? The good news, the doctrine. What?
Above all, taking the shield
Above
of
all,
faith.
the shield of faith. Now, what is a shield? You know, what kind of item is a shield? It's for defense. So they say above all. You know, hey, you know, so if you tell the truth, you better have a war without a shield and without one sword.
Boss a Captain America.
Yeah, hey, Captain, look on Captain America. Look on Captain, where's the boss of Captain America? You know? Stop the man with a shield. You can use the other, you can use a fist, you see me?
Yeah. They say the best defense is the best offense.
No, the best offense and the best defense.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And we know what I mean now. It's
Yeah.
true. You know, when you think about things, at least if you have a shield, you're likely to make it out alive, right? So at least you're willing, you have a higher chance of making it off the battlefield, even though you don't have a sword.
Because a lot of times in the Colosseum, in the Spartan, what's a Spartan, you know, like was
Why the gladiators them.
yeah, the gladiators and next time a man get and man sword and take the shield and the next man out tight, you see me? Because most of the next man try to clock him, guard himself
Yeah,
and keep him alive.
exactly. So they say they use above all carrying the shield of faith. You should do what up, continue.
Wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
You see me? So when you basically get attacked, and your faith will keep you.
Yeah, they told people say, keep pointing connected to all tired ones.
Yeah.
Never say some, never say, oh, God is a people say all tired darts. And the wicked, you know, so faith within itself can guard you from a lot of things, you get me?
Exactly. Say, yo, Esau said, look here, no food unless I get the chip. Now, watch me out try the same, I'm feeding, I'm not faithing that. Esau said, look, you want to kill me if you don't do certain things. Now, watch me out, I have a better reward. I'm faithing that.
It's like you cook anything you cook, you put salt in it. But anything you do, you put faith in it.
Yeah.
You can't lose.
The Esau said one thing that's how faith, the most I said opposite. Yo, the scripture said this. The scripture said that. If you have faith in the scriptures, it ultimately means you have faith in your how Hashem will shine. Because that's how I'm going to God against anything what Esau can come with, a scripture that the fish will from it. But as I know, with the demons and then try to quote scripture to get them to do foolishness. But if you have faith in God, what you not try to deal with it, you can come back right away. A regular time when you not having conversation, we all know the conversation in head where this demon are trying, use a scripture to justify what I do. But some part of us say, look here, no. That's just a justification. No, never listen to that. Everybody must have that fight, know that feeling. So it just goes to show that look, most I give the spirit where the faith to defend anything. Right? Go on up.
And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit.
So the helmet of salvation, that's supposed to be upon your mind. You know, that is the end goal. That's how I put it to head, yo. You know that look, salvation is to come. Salvation, shall come to deliver me. Look here. About to get the promises, about to get the land, about to get the space, about to get your heart content. Right? Go on.
And the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Bashim Yeshai.
The sword of the spirit. So when I tell you about offenses, I just want to get Hebrews right away, yo. Tell about the word of the most is sharp.
Okay. This is Hebrews chapter. This is Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. It says, "For the word of Yahweh is quick, powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart."
Exactly. So they say it's quick and sharp. The word quick come to what? Being alive.
And
Sharper than any two-edged sword, yo. So it cut through everything. And sometimes one of the phrases we kind of use when we look and marriage. I'll cut that with the scriptures. Somebody come up with some BS, yo, I'll cut that with the scriptures. Somebody come with some power behavior, yo, I'll cut where I do with the scriptures.
just like I call it meme or whatever, is the way we read about earlier. With you have a meme, I think white people could see it. We have the Jehovah Witness or Mormons them for a bicycle run. Is the have two Israelites, one with a chopper and one with an axe behind and the brother the behind. Why got a priest? Continue.
That precept, cut with the precepts, yo.
And the scripture are the words of the Heavenly Father. In the scriptures, you refer to as you refer to as water. It's water, spiritual water. It's water. It's fire. Sin. And the two things they can use to cut.
Done.
Sin. The brother did actually mention it, and they actually look up a video of water using to cut metals.
Yep.
Yeah.
I look,
It's a word for hydro something.
even lasers. Laser is a concentrated light or fire.
Yeah, exactly. And then now, the fire, so when you're doing in mechanical engineer or welding, not welding, but in mechanical engineer, you can use fire to cut the metal. See? So the word is both of those. Fire is fire, it's water, and both of them can be used to cut.
Done. Continue your color. Vision.
This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
Exactly. So prayer. Keep in contact with command center, yo. Now every warrior always have a messenger. We have a 2 and 4 from the battlefield and carry across information. We and they're the angels. So we pray always, yo. Then watch some movies, you one of them pin down certain places, see them on the radio call to come, yo, we need air support. Yo, we need this, we need that. Yo, we need reinforcements. We need food.
The scripture tell about the angel of the golden censer, which is filled up with what?
Prayers of the saints.
Yeah.
Right? So prayer is so see that I would say the scriptures give all of the tools that are the full armor right here. You know, so in order to get through these days, you ever need to have on those full that full spiritual armor. You know? And also going through your day to day. Going through your day to day.
Yep.
Right? Try to get the Isaiah wisdom and knowledge.
Zechariah.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Exactly. Because that's really the only way you can get wisdom and knowledge. Through the fear of the Lord, watching your shine. And then say that every day the stability of thy times. Hey, I want me to resort it. Yes, yes, I think even Yawala, yeah, me and Yawala, but even me and Yashara is what they say. You know, bugged out, that's what them people are bugged out over COVID-19. Is it everybody walk around and run up along with them lose them head? But, brother, we don't say, oh, what shall I go and say, what's next?
You
That's
know,
what we need to do next. You
Yeah.
know,
Literally go buy I have thing there. Just sit back, man. Not buy, but literally just sit back and just watch everything crumble. Say some man buy rum. Say me, I just sit back and watch it.
Rome.
Yeah, I just sit back and I watch this thing go down, man. See, so
Yeah,
that's
even
like
though, even separation now.
yeah, our reaction is different. The reason being, we have understanding at the times. You know, we've been looking forward, for things like this, man. See, me have a few battles, but not like some people. But not to spill the business, to spill the beans, but go on.
But you know, God, really and truly, in regards to somewhat, preparing as best as I can, with in regards to like food items, certain necessities. This is how the Russia will come long time, so we will do. We get the extra and get ourselves prepared out of the way from before. So when everybody are rush through, better hear people when them put up in how much hours worth of line. We can't remember about that.
Hey, it reached me still. You know what I mean? Where we go look, sometimes we look bread, we go look bread another time and the shelf empty, more bread. You know what I mean? There's certain things we have to actually restock up on. During it being that you have shops same way, there's certain things we actually have to restock up. Alright, because food that continuously be bought until things are really shut down. Today we went to the market. You know what I mean? The market this morning early when we wake up and went to the market, like when you look on the front, like just going in the market, it looked like nothing not going until they go down into the market. And then now when you're coming back out, you realize that even the front of the market have a whole heap of people because people are rushed to get food. People are the market flooded with people, man. See, so at a time when you feel like say, and the reason why it look like that in the mornings because of the curfew hours. A lot of people travel from way in the countries. So if they go wake up, the curfew hours start end at 6. It's over 2 hours, 3 hours. We come from a lot of these country areas, so a lot of them not gonna reach in time.
Man.
market close at 8 minutes. So them have to hurry up and set off.
I never worry myself to go back to meet back the curfew hours to start at 6.
Right.
You understand? So it really, things really set a way for people. But you still have an opening, you still have liberty to shop. You know what I
But
mean?
and the thing about us, the main point is that we know what time it was. So
Yeah.
really, actually, we just get to sit back and watch as things progress, and just know that through the Spirit, Lord will with us act accordingly. You know, just so as the scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Yeah, more so the precept they have to go be really exercised. in the coming days, man. Because really and truly, we just at the beginning of things, man. See, so when the battle get hot, you know what I mean, that's when the priest they are come in play more, are gonna come more in play. You know, they have really a rehearse them priest in your mind. And that's why the list of prayers that the brother actually sent out, man. The prayer for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that was one of the prayer on the list. Now that's why we encourage brothers man, to pray for these things. So, say, pray to be strengthened. You know, pray for to be stable in the days. Because if not, then you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Second Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. It says, "For Yahweh Shai are not giving us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind."
yeah. So you know, the brother said earlier is that we're not bugging out, and we're not fearing like the people in the world. Because the rest of the people, hey, it reach to the point that people believe in this fear or in this hysteria that is created. You know, that if a man sneeze and him get and a man kill him, a man will beat him if he sneeze, and that's how far the fear goes. The part where if you now wear a mask, a man will pray you. You know, because why? Because of the fear with him of this thing, man. But we don't fear what is created. We don't fear what is out there. See, our fear is only in our Bashem Yahushua. That is the only fear we have. That is the only thing we fear, or the only man we fear. See, and the skipper mentioned what to be of a sober mind. See, with the spirit to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit. When you go back to the Greek word sober, the Greek word here is therefore, which means to be calm and collected in spirit, man. See? So that's why we're not, open about it and I say, oh, what are we do? And we can't do nothing. We know we can't do nothing. More than just trust in our back in your child. We know we can't fix nothing.
We don't want it to matter.
We don't want to fix nothing either. We don't want to fix it.
As a Christian song would always trust and obey, for there is no other way.
Them not believe that. Hey, them not believe that. See? That's why scripture tell about the Most High. He say, them honor him.
Daniel. All
See?
right. Matthew, when you're ready, sir.
Yeah, can read it.
Alright, Matthew 15, let's start at verse 7. Ye hypocrites, well they desire prophesy of you, saying, "These people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men."
Hey, and then bold with it. We are quote our precept too. And then, like some mongrel dog, but we gather them gate until I stamp your feet at them,
Yeah.
and then tear going around at the back. This is the Christians. This is the so-called Christians in this time, man. See? But the hell out not knowing what's going on and actually believing in the fear that is actually created. One.
I believe that's a word. Jamaica sit down and post Proverbs 3 verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom and the man that getteth understanding. Which we have the understanding here is the main of the whole script. Put it like that. So that is the wisdom, right? From knowing so things that are play out for the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. So we are happy to see this bitch go down, this wicked society, knowing that the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Israel, is next.
Hey, what them fear the most? What them fear?
Loss
Death.
of
Yes,
Mhm.
See? Them fear death. But guess what? If you know, if you really look on it, there is no death.
Yep.
Yeah, there death take place, yes, because there is such thing, because the flesh die, the flesh shed the flesh, it come out the flesh. And the scripture say the flesh come back to the earth as it was, but the spirit go back to God to give it. So if you really look on it technically, there's no death with, concerning human, see? Because we don't die, we move on. See? So that is what them fear. If we have the understanding of that, see, and that's why them fear, because they not have the understanding of that you're not gonna dead, you're not dead. You just you just move on. The spirit still live, man. And plus you're gonna come back.
exactly.
you know. But hey, I guess they don't want to come back. They want to actually they want to stay here in Babylon in this polluted society. Hey, today we go today we're at the market, man. Hey, it's a flaming faggot walking up and down in the market, and you have a female actually a female was actually running joke with the faggot and them thing them in playing with the faggot and them thing them in the market. So why you know if you actually leave this place? You know why? Because you're done. See? Great.
regarding that.
Well, have anything else?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have
regarding to death. This is Ecclesiasticus 41 and 3. It says, fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee and that come after, for this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh.
Yeah, gone.
The scripture speaks about delivering them through fear of death. They do in life in bondage, yeah? You see me? We don't fear death, yeah, because we understand it's just a transition. Right? Even Paul tell us, you know, if you basically be in sorrow, isn't it? Of them who basically have no hope, that knowing that the dead in Yahushua shall rise first, yo. Right? Yahushua, if anybody dead, you want to come back. You see me? Right? Dead in this ministry, Yahushua bring them back. So we have that hope. That's why Paul said, comfort one another with these words. So we constantly pushing out this, yo, brother. If you give up your life in the studio, is it scripture tells us, he that seek to save his life shall lose it. He that loses his life for the name of the Yahweh shall get it. You see me? So that to us is really, well, put it like this, salvation. At least get left this bitch. As I said, this is verse 2. It says, oh, then acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy, and unto him whose strength faileth, that is now in the last age, and is vexed with all things, and to him that is spirit and fat not lost. Come on, we vexed with everything that I really know. Wanted to destroy.
Hey,
This bitch.
what did Job say? Him saying search feed like eat treasure. Yeah, I think roughly paraphrasing. You like a man searching for a treasure.
Hey, Jeremiah is at it, easily, right? So even Solomon, King Solomon have vast wealth, greatest wealth on the earth. Is him see all his vanity and vexation of spirit. Is him what they are? No, no. Is him but in the kingdom of heaven, which is next year, things will be different. Right? We are gonna be eternal life.
Yep.
and back then it's better than now. Because at least when they are breathing, better air. And if you are telling that, and you might get better oxygen that one may get, imagine.
Hmm.
Yep.
Hold on, it's First John 2, verse 16 to 17. It says, and for all this is the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. Life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. And this is God, the fact say, I said, them fear death, which if this is a case for them, they do the will of Yahweh and Yahushai. They don't know say them have eternal life. Right? So then you know that they wouldn't have market where them around put faggot and all this thing. You see me, they would not bug out over COVID-19 and them things that no say yo. They wouldn't want it to stop. They just want just like how the men of the Lord want everything to come to fruition. So we can pace in the day so we can basically get the kingdom. That would have been the mindset. Right? So you can clear that look here, them actually consider the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Right? So to show that as the scripture said, you have to work.
Because they will understand, so them flesh corrupt, and they need to leave this corruption, yo. You get me, enter into eternal rest, immortality. But guess what? The people that have them from understanding, them just want to say, yo, the bill, the pay my tithes and offering, you see me? Me build me house up on the hill, buy me little car, I live good with milk family. You see me? That's them goal, that's them desire for that king. You see me? But them spirit, exactly like the brother said, eat KFC, KFC, but them spirit far from this, yo.
Praise God. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem it, die.
Mhm.
Their departure is taken for misery, and their going from us to be utter destruction. But they are in peace, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality.
Exactly, because guess what? We look on this thing as a passing through. You get me? Them YOLO. You only live once. You don't know what going in the next life or what going after this. I have to live my life now, you see me? You get me? And that's how no matter them suffer, yo. You get me? Because them live corrupt, them live wicked. And that's how when the most scripture saying Ecclesiastes, the sinner do evil 100 times if he say yo, him get to yo. But guess what? To the end of him, it not gonna be well. You
And
understand? That's why people say, oh, that's why sometimes I see them a pass through this life and the Lord judge them. It sometimes are the worst thing. As the brother them always said, me say, yo, look, the Lord have some skillful ways to take out some people. You see me?
The scripture say, judge no man bless until after his death.
Mhm.
Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
Exactly, and with that mindset there, that's why them do them folly. That's why them say them want to live them best life now. Them know how God come yet, cause guess what? Them no know them not feel like say yo, them get the best out of their life, yeah, and all that. Not knowing say yo, this life is just being vanity, you see me? You know, profit of nothing. This life is corrupt. You get me? As the scripture say, yo, come out of it, my people. You see me? Cause this is what? This is not your rest. But them people are wicked and love God with so just for them do them folly and them do them wickedly. You understand me? And this is why this is why we don't look towards this life as a long lasting, fulfilling life. A life of have Whitney house, land, cattle, the whole work. Because we know say your greater is there to come.
And you have it, you know, say, you're going to lose it eventually.
Exactly. Because that flesh can't enter into the kingdom, yo. You get me? Nothing we have here so now profit and nothing in the kingdom. Only wisdom and knowledge we have on this side through the scriptures that will bring you over.
Um, For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart. See, and that's what you can see say how the people of this time frame is of a very base mindset. See, the mindset is base, the mindset is so base, they not even consider say yo there's life after death. See, them believe say yo we only live once. That's why them have the popular phrase we call it YOLO or yo-yo.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You
That's
see, go on.
the same scripture I quote earlier. Ecclesiastes 11, verse 28, it says, judge none blessed before his death, for a man shall be known in his children. And the reason why I say a man shall be known in his children, You can see where him actually read back to them in merit. You can see the way of basically the on order house, right? On order house and how things in place. That's how we have to see what kind of money he was after him dead. The foundation himself while he was alive, see how it played out after him death. Right? So the scripture says, judge none blessed before his death. They might say man so called prosperous, but really and truly, just look what will be the end what become what basically play out after him death. Right? And also one from the brother Joshua again. Genesis Psalm 34 verse 11 to 12. Come ye children, hearken unto me, I will teach you the fear of the Lord. What man is he that desire life and loveth many days, and he that he may see good. So the fear of the Lord, I will get you that. You know, them will desire life and love many days. I want to see good. Right? Fear, that's why even the scripture earlier, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Right? There you
Kind of early.
Pick up one for the comment board.
So this is Second Ezra 4 verse 29. If if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Exactly. And that's the thing. In the kingdom, if this current society, if this current, somebody go back at First Peter, Second Peter, and tell about this world pass away with fervent heat, right? Because as the scripture are going, we are called to a new heaven and a new earth. So just as this scripture just say, if this current setup will basically get eliminated, then how the great which is to come and how it build it up. Yeah, that's why we say, why would I want to discontinue? Why would I want things to go back to quote unquote normal? That's not a good yo. This is not a good to come. Back to living like in this filthy land, adultery, idolatry, oppression, poverty, just death.
Yes.
Just death.
Toxic food and toxic fear.
No, makes sense. So we really want the evil is soon to pass away, so that that which is good which is good can come.
Okay, a small one.
One,
This is Hebrews 11 and 10. For ye looketh for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is God.
God. You understand me, Zach?
Yeah, you want princess?
No, no, I said something.
Eh?
Did I say something a while ago?
Let them free in precept. One is for you, we have no continuing city. We
Oh,
see
oh.
come.
Well, you can read back that and get that, and then we get the Peter.
You know it.
Read back that.
Since it's separated, this is Hebrews 13 and 14. For here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
Exactly. Right? So we keep on to come. Right? Exactly. We definitely seek one to come. And that's what the scripture says, we can't even perceive, ears have not heard, our eyes have seen that which most have prepared for them who love him. So we can't even imagine what that will be like. And as I read earlier, I say, we look at a situation basically get built by Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Which are that we want. Because we learn to there's no better. Right? Now, the people. One.
This is Second Peter 3, verse 10. The day of the Lord Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Exactly, because once the chip phase coming in the time of Jacob's trouble, World War III, martial law, RFID chip, Right, in the midst of all of that, a point will come when the missiles some get fired off you, and all of this will get burnt. What?
And the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Exactly, and this way of life will cease to exist. What?
And seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what
Hold on. Shall.
can
Keyword. Shall.
Future.
All these. Not might. As a matter of all these things shall.
No, say some might be burned. Or some might have a get burned, say David. Exactly.
shall,
What?
seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Exactly. We got through that earlier with the right doctrine, the code of conduct and all of that, building up faith, knowing the tribulation and all of that. So we have a certain level of conduct which is required in these days. Right? We shall prove whether or not you are up the how much or not. Right? Go on.
Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Exactly. That's how we now look back. We don't want to about going back to quote unquote normal. We are look forward. The hasting of the day of the Lord. As the quote we mentioned from Vikings all the while. When bearing this kind of look back. Ragnar said, look, don't look, stop looking that way. No, he said, stop looking back, you're not going that way. Right? So that's the point, no point in the sense of somebody get that for the screen. That's a Yashamar. Shalom, Yashamar. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Is it make sense I look back, we look forward. He is in the day. What?
Ready?
Well, no. After Shamar now.
Right.
Ah.
Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
What?
Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Exactly. And the new heavens, if I take it from a perspective of governmental structure, it's us. Lord willing, we have that righteous number. I don't want to as well. Starting with Yahushai, King David, the 12, and the whole 144,000, and the righteous soul third that was basically delivered. So that's how we look forward to, right? Israel being on top. But on top of that, the new earth is basically earth coming afresh, where you rule with the laws, you have the Lord's judgments, statutes, and precepts and commandments. Perfection, a righteous, and so we're dwelling righteousness, right? Yeah, can go on.
Yeah, 2 Israel 8 and 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
With the few, elect, right? As the scripture says, Israel are the least among all the nations, Because in Deuteronomy 7, say, you never choose because somebody can get that. Deuteronomy 7, I think it's about 7 or somewhere around this time. Most I say never choose because you're great. Greater than any other people.
Yeah, so
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And my remnant him a comfort. Reason by that small sanctuary.
Man,
So this is Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. It says, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people, but because Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, had Yahweh brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh king of Egypt.
and guess what? We'll get delivered from this spiritual Egypt as well. And as the precept say, we make the world to come for few, which as we were expounded on earlier, and the brother said, You know, the elect, the small sanctuary, and they will come out on top. You know, the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop. You know, that's what we look forward to, yo, right? So we leave this bastard place, yo, under the hands of this vile red man, yo,
Yes.
basis of men. So you know, other precepts are whatever one other or okay.
Close the episode with
All right, so you have it for now. All right, so again, so you know, with that, we want to say all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, God,
Bashem,
Hashem,
Yahweh
God,
Shai,
Shai, God,
Bashem,
Shem, God, Kodash.
Yahweh.
So honor to the apostles and elders of Britain Stone, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing through the and straight and truth, the sisters, the believers, the helps,
Shalom.
shalom, and you know, keep praying, keep fasting, keep pushing to the best of ability, shalom.